let's get right into it. By 2026, AI isn't just going to be another tool in your company's toolbox. No, it's going to be the core operating system for your entire enterprise. So today, we're going to dive into the C-suite's essential playbook for leading this massive transformation. We'll explore the strategic shifts you absolutely have to make, not just to keep up, but to actually win.
And let's kick things off with a stat that says it all. A whopping 72% of CEOs, that's double the number from just last year, now say they're the primary decision maker on AI. The big takeaway here? It's simple. AI has officially left the server room. This isn't just an IT thing anymore. It is a CEO-led strategic imperative.
All right, so here's what we're going to cover over the next few minutes. We'll look at AI's takeover of the boardroom, the rise of a totally new agentic workforce, how you can lead this new human-AI enterprise, the huge organizational flattening that's coming, and finally, how you build all of this for trust and, of course, return on investment. First up, AI's takeover of the boardroom. For the longest time, AI was a technical project, something the CIO's team worked on. Well, that's completely flipped. Now it's about fundamentally rewiring business strategy itself, and it's being driven straight from the top.
And what's really crucial to understand is that successful AI adoption means thinking way bigger. This is an enterprise-wide transformation. You have to weave together strategy, risk management, governance, and workforce planning. If you're treating this like just another software update, well, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Now, let's talk about the engine that's driving this whole revolution. Because we're moving so far beyond the simple chatbots we've gotten used to. We're talking about something called Agentic AI, a system that can operate autonomously to actually get work done.
So what is Agentic AI, really? Well, think of it like this. If a chatbot is a calculator, then an AI agent is a full-blown accountant. It's an autonomous system that can understand a goal, create a plan to get there, and then execute complex, multi-step tasks, all without you needing to hold its hand at every single step.
But how do you make sure these things are reliable? This is where it gets really cool. The most advanced systems use a model that some researchers call a team of rivals. You have one AI agent, the planner, that comes up with the strategy. You have another, the executor, that does the heavy lifting. But, and this is the secret sauce, you have a third agent, the critic, whose only job is to challenge the output and veto it if it's not up to snuff.
And this quote just nails the whole idea. As this paper from Archive puts it, you don't get reliable results from trying to build one single, perfect AI that never makes a mistake. Nope. Reliability comes from the structured conflict, that push and pull between these specialized agents. That's what keeps the final output accurate and on target.
And you better believe the C-suite is putting its money where its mouth is. CEOs are already planning to commit over a third of their 2026 AI budgets specifically to these agentic systems. And why are they betting so big? Because an incredible 90% of them believe these new AI agents are the key to finally unlocking real, measurable, large-scale ROI.
Okay, so you've got this incredible new engine. Now what? Who's driving? That's the next critical question, because this technology demands a totally new command structure. You can't just drop agentic AI into your old org chart and hope for the best. It requires a total rethink of leadership.
The entire C-suite dynamic is shifting. The CEO is still in the driver's seat, obviously, but guess who's emerging as the mission-critical orchestrator of this whole new human AI enterprise? The Chief Human Resources Officer. The CHRO is the one connecting the dots between workforce planning, business needs, and using AI responsibly.
But look, all this new power comes with huge responsibilities. As AI gets more and more autonomous, formal governance becomes non-negotiable. Think of it as the guardrails that keep you safe from risks like bias or AI hallucinations. It's what lets you move from just talking about AI to actually activating it safely.
So what does good governance actually look like? Well, it usually boils down to three key things. First, an AI council, often led by the CHRO, to set the priorities. Second, a formal governance framework that spells out how you'll handle ethics and risk. And finally, you need clear human-in-the-loop checkpoints, so a real person always has the final say on critical decisions.
So, we've got the tech, and we've got the new leadership structure. But what does this mean for the shape of the organization itself? What happens to everyone else? Well, the impact is so profound that people are already calling it the Great Flattening. And this next number is a big one. Gartner's predicting something pretty staggering. By 2026, AI is expected to automate so much of the day-to-day coordination and tracking tasks that it could eliminate up to half of all middle management roles in some companies. This, of course, is causing a massive skill pivot. For decades, the path to the top was through people management. But now, the new baseline competency, the new ticket to the game really, is becoming AI fluency, which is simply the ability to work with and effectively guide these new AI systems.
But it's not all about jobs disappearing, and this is a really important point. This is an evolution. We're already seeing these brand new hybrid roles popping up, jobs that blend deep human expertise with a real savviness for AI. Things like an AI talent operations lead or a human AI interaction specialist.
Okay, this brings us to the final and maybe most important piece of the puzzle. We have to connect all of these huge shifts to the two things that matter most in the boardroom: reliability and results, trust in ROI.
You know, the conversation is totally changed. The C-suite has stopped asking, hey, what can this cool new tech do? Now the only question that matters is, what measurable business value can it deliver? The focus is laser sharp on outcomes, efficiency, innovation, and real financial returns.
And this isn't some far-off future. The results are pouring in right now. Trailblazing companies are reporting just incredible returns. I mean, look at these numbers. Foxconn found over $400 million in targeted savings. Reckitt literally doubled its quality output. These are real, tangible results. So how are they getting these kinds of results without everything blowing up? Well, it all comes down to an architecture that's built for trust from the ground up. The key principle is pretty simple, really. You separate the AI's brain, where it does its reasoning and planning, from the system's hands, which is what actually executes code and touches your data. This separation is crucial for security and for preventing major errors.
All right, so to pull this all together, here is the CEO's playbook for 2026. You can think of it as a cycle, a flywheel. Step 1, make AI your absolute top priority. 2, deepen AI literacy across the entire organization. 3, commit to investments at scale. 4, upskill your workforce. And 5, relentlessly track that measurable ROI, which then feeds right back into the cycle.
So I'll just leave you with this one final thought. By 2026, every single organization is going to be using AI. That's a given. That's just table stakes. The only question that really matters for leaders, the one you should be asking in your boardroom, is this: will your organization be fundamentally rebuilt to win with it